What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with the review for Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 4, you guys, Episode 9. The episode is titled Housewarming, Cold Shoulders, or Shoulder, whichever one. Alright, guys, so before we jump into this review, if you guys would do me a favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it, you guys know the routine. You can do that by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and sharing the video. And you guys, with that out of the way, without further ado, let us discuss Love and Marriage Huntsville. Are you ready? All right, guys. So I don't have a lot of notes, but with Love and Marriage Huntsville, you know we can talk forever. So let's get into it. So we picked this episode up where we left off last week, and you guys remember last week's episode ended with Letitia pulling up to Black, and she, wanted Marcel to come out there and have a conversation with her. Guys, correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong. Didn't they open up a Black in Houston? Because I really do want to check out Black. I don't necessarily want to go to Huntsville, Alabama, but if they did open the one in Houston, because I remember they did that party there and the cast of Ready to Love was there, let me know if there's one in Houston. I can't remember, but was it Black, or were they doing that champagne, that chocolate in a bottle? It was something that they did in Houston. I don't remember what it was. But I really would love to check out Black. I really would love to check it out. If I got to go to Huntsville, I will. So Tisha's telling Marcel, my mom, she came to me and she asked me, did I know something about a picture of you being in Atlanta? And, I just believe that my mom doesn't fully trust you, Marcel. So he's like, your mom doesn't have to trust me because I'm not hers. So then she said, my mom told me that you was in a hotel and that you told her that you was there with a friend and that I knew. So he says, no, I didn't tell your mom that. So you guys know how Marcel is. Marcel likes to talk around situations. And that'd be my issue when it comes to Marcel. If you're not cheating, if you're not doing the things that you're being accused of, what is the issue with just flat out saying, Letitia, you know damn well that shit is not true, instead of, going around the mulberry bush? Because that's exactly what Marcel does. He talks in circles, he talks in riddles. So Marcel says, someone, I did post on social media that on January 4th, I was in Atlanta. So someone saw that and someone ran with it. I was like, Marcel, really? So someone just said, fuck it. Let me go look at Marcel Scott's Instagram page. Let me see what the fuck Marcel is doing. Oh shit, Marcel is in Atlanta. Oh, didn't they just have a huge issue at the reunion about Atlanta? Let me then go make an elaborate story and find his picture from wherever and say that is Marcel Scott's back and bald ass head. Marcel, who the hell has that much time on their hands to do it? And if someone actually has enough time on their hands to do that, how much money do you have in your bank account is all I gotta ask. If you're a millionaire or plus, I'm single. Just saying. So Marcel, and like I said, he talks in circles, he talks in riddles. Instead of just flat out saying yes instead of saying no, he talks in riddles. If you ask me a question, if you say, hey, Gerald, my first name is Gerald. If you say, Gerald, did you do this? And if I don't remember, I'll straight up say, I don't remember doing that. Or if I know that I did it, I'm like, yeah, I did it. Even if I know that it might have some negative repercussions, I'm still gonna be like, yeah, I did it. And I always remember things that I always remember the things that I do. So that way, if it does come back up, I can say, well, the reason why that happened is because of X, Y, Z. Now, in a situation of cheating or allegedly cheating, with this situation, if you say, oh, so were you in Atlanta on January 4th? I'd be like, yeah, I was in Atlanta. I was with a friend. I was with so-and-so. And then if I got text messages, I'd be like, see, Here's a text message that shows I was in Atlanta. We were in Atlanta together that day. And then if I have receipts, I'll be like, see, I went here, I went there, and then I came back. Stuff like that. But he doesn't do that. So then, like I said, he said he was there in Atlanta, and he was there with Chris Fletcher. I was like, Chris Fletcher. Didn't Chris Fletcher cheat on his wife at one point in time? I was like, you know what? It's neither here nor there. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Chris Fletcher, we would love to know, where were you on January 4th? Was it January 4th, 2022? Whichever one. Where were you on January the 4th? The court calls you to the stand. And you know, with Marceau, if he is lying, he does a damn good job of playing Jedi mind tricks on Letitia, because at the end of it, she apologized to him. I'm like, wow. And you know, she was talking about the fact that people, you know, wish ill on their marriage. They want them to break up. They want this. They want them to be cheaters. It's not that anybody wants you to be a cheater or him to be a cheater. He just, you guys can let me know what you think about that. It's just a tricky situation. Do I believe that Marceau is cheating? I can't say yes or no. I don't know, because when it comes down to it, he's that good at making you question and guess what he's doing. And I just can't say yes or no. I did have a comment last week. I forgot to get who said the comment, but somebody did leave a comment, and it was a smart. It was something that I had never thought about when it comes to Marceau. Now you guys know that a rumor was that he was sleeping with Martel's cousin, Mel's hairdresser. Remember that rumor? And remember, they went live with that. They went live with that woman at one point, and she said it wasn't true. But someone said in my comments last week that maybe and this is allegedly, if Marceau is cheating, maybe the person has as much to lose as he does, and maybe that's why, allegedly, he would be able to get away with it if he were doing it. Makes a lot of sense to me. So next up, we see Maurice and Kimmy. So Maurice and Kimmy, they're going to be meeting up with Martel. And here's my thing. You guys know how I feel about Kimmy. You guys know I love me some Kimmy. But watching this scene, I gotta be honest with you guys, I'm not even on Kimmy's side at all, because I get what Kimmy is saying. Kimmy is talking about this housewarming party for Jalen and her not wanting to invite Martel. I get it. And I think that's something that we all said last season when it comes to Martel and Melody. That those two in the same room together, it is toxic, and they argue, bicker, and fight with each other. That's all we had all last season, was anytime Martel and Melody were in a room together, they screamed and argued and fought with each other, and we got tired of it. My issue with Kimmy is, Kimmy has said that Martel is a good guy. But would a good guy do the things that Martel has done to his ex-wife? Called her a hoe, cheated on her, had another baby on her. So I don't necessarily know if and I'm not saying that Martel is a bad person. Martel is just like any other human being. He's flawed. But his approach to things, piss poor, if we're going to keep it real. So, like I said, I do get Kimmy wanting to control the environment, but you've defended Martel, and Martel had already done the things that he's done previously. But now it feels like, with this whole Atlanta picture resurfacing and Martel commenting on the post and Dolphin Mouth commenting on it, now you're upset. And then the fact that Dolphin Mouth wanted to mention the linebackers, I think that's what Kimmy's issue is Dolphin Mouth. It's Dolphin Mouth. And like I said, if Kimmy, and I really believe that if Kimmy had not got drugged into that situation, I still think Kimmy probably would have been like, oh, Mel, so you don't think you can ignore Martel? And like I said, you guys, you know how I feel. You know, I like Kimmy. But I feel like if Kimmy had not gotten drugged into this situation with Martel, Marceau, Maurice, and Dolphin Mouth, she would have been cool with inviting him to Jalen's housewarming party. And Kimmy says that Martell is he is nice, but he's not when he's not nice. He's not when he's not a nice person. He's not nice, and he's like I can say the same for everybody. She says, but yeah, but you're not nicer than most. And I was like, that one I don't necessarily know if I agree with Kimmy. Is Martell, and if I said Marceau, I meant to say Martell, you guys. Martell has his moments, but let's not sit here and act like Melody doesn't have hers. Let's not sit here and pretend like Melody is some angel, because she's not. Let's not do that. Yes. And even let's go back to last season with Melody and Martell. There were times that Martell wouldn't say nothing to Melody, and she would be the one that would start things. Sometimes there would be times that they both have a tit for tat with each other. He is more notorious for it, but Melody and Martell do have a tit for tat for each other. Melody and Martell do have a tit for tat when it comes to one another. But you guys, we're gonna pause here and we're gonna move forward. All right, you guys. So next up, we see Destiny and Tiffany together. I was like, damn, hell must have frozen over. So they start talking about Valentine's Day, and I was with Destiny when Tiffany was like, she was cool until you agitated her. She was agitated, or was she agitating Destiny? Because she kept asking Destiny the same question over and over, and Destiny told her more than once to ask Melody. And so she got turned up. So what party were you at? Because I'm lost. So then she says, well, you mocked her. And Destiny says, I didn't mock her. She said she was being hood, so I gave it back to her. I was like, oh, not hood. But I knew what she meant. She was being a little hood, ghetto, using slang. But it wasn't anything to be upset about. So when you, like, if I was in that situation, she'd be like, oh, that's what's up. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. It ain't really mocking you. It's just, you saying that's what's up to me. So I'm throwing it back to you. So it's not like she was really 100% mocking the girl. That was dub. I mean, she did sound kind of slow when she said that was dub. Just saying. So, Tiffany, I'm gonna tell you right now. I hope you have a shield around you when you go to the reunion this season, because I don't know if since you said Melody has a bodyguard and Stormy, I hope you have one, because I don't know if Melody's gonna go easy on you this year at the reunion. She went light on you last year when you called her a baby mama. She didn't address you. But this season so far, you've told Martell conversations that she's told you, and now you're talking about her to her and I'm gonna use Melody's words, her op, her enemy, because her and Destiny ain't cool now. So you talking to her op and you talking to her enemy about her. So yeah, you gonna be public enemy number one as well. So as well as Letitia and Destiny, you better just know that you're gonna be on her shit list as well. You're gonna be on her list as well. So then they're still talking about Valentine's Day, and they're talking. Tiffany says that she heard some things that she had never heard, and Destiny said, yeah, the fact that Letitia's her op. She's like, yeah, I didn't know that they were enemies. Nobody really knew that they were enemies. Now, did we think that they were friends and best friends? Absolutely not. But enemies? The op? Okay. So then Tiffany is talking about going to Utah, wherever the hell Utah, Alaska, somewhere, hell, I don't know. Now, if you and Mel are just work friends, why would you take her on? I'm still confused. If this woman has reduced me to a work friend, and at this point she's literally reduced you to a work friend, I can count the amount of times that Melody has filmed a scene with you. But so far this season, anywhere she goes, she's coming in with Stormy and not you. So I don't know if I would be taking a trip with Melody, because I wouldn't think of her as my friend. I mean, she's showing up. She came to Valentine's Day with Stormy, Jalen's housewarming party with Stormy. Every event she's going with Stormy, not Tiffany. Just saying. So yeah, Tiffany, like I said a few minutes ago, this reunion, you better have your battle armor on, because Melody Cherie, she's coming for you. I just feel that Melody Cherie is coming for you. But that's it for that scene. Let's pause here, you guys, and let's move forward. And we're going to wrap up the episode. So, the housewarming party. Once again, Kimmy, love you to pieces. And before we even get into that interview look with Maurice, where, you know, she got that V-cut blouse. Gorgeous. Love it. I love the look. So, Kimmy, like I said, I love you. And then, actually, before we even get into that, Jalen, you don't have any friends? No friends? Or was this just the housewarming for the show? Because there was no one your age there. You got Melody. You got Stormy and her husband. You got Tiffany and Lewis, Destiny, Maurice, Kimmy, Letitia, Marceau, and Miss Wanda and her curls. Where are your friends at? Just asking. Now back to what I was just saying a minute ago. Kimmy, I love you, right? Love you to pieces. What the hell is the difference between inviting Martell and Miss Wanda? They're both equal when it comes to the mess. One might be a little bit higher than the other one. And yes, that is Miss Wanda. Miss Wanda is just a little bit higher than Martell with the mess. Just a little bit, but they both are equal messy. They're both equal messy. So I don't understand unless, you know, you tell me that Carlos is like, for this scene, we need Miss Wanda, because they do give them a call sheet. They do give them a call sheet. So maybe that's what happened. They just said, let's not invite Martell to this. But it is what it is. But like I said, you invited Miss Wanda. You know she's coming with the mess. She's always going to come with the mess, especially when it comes to Letitia. And you know something, when it comes to Letitia, I was watching the nightcap, and Dr. Heavenly was on there with Martell. And Heavenly said something that I absolutely agreed with. The fact that Tisha is weak. Because, and you guys remember in the last two episodes, I have applauded Tisha for standing up for herself. That's what Tisha needs to do. Stand up for yourself. You are a woman. How old is Letitia? I don't think Letitia's in her 40s. I think Letitia's in her mid-30s, her mid to late 30s. Could be in her 40s. But I don't think Letitia's in her 40s. I know Kimmy is. And I know Maurice is probably in his 40s. But the rest of them are not in their 40s. The rest of them are in their 30s. In their mid to late 30s. But Letitia, you don't need your mama to fight your battles for you. Now I know you can, with Miss Wanda, she's kind of like Mama Joyce. Mama Joyce, Mama D, they gonna butt in even if their kids tell them not to. They gonna butt in even if the kids tell them not to. So, Maurice and Kimmy have some land, and they're talking about what they want to do with it. The Scott brothers, they do whatever the hell they want to do, and be damned what the woman got to say. Be damned, because Kimmy's vision for this land, I think she wants to do like an after school outreach program, kind of what it sounded like she wanted to do. But Maurice is talking about a restaurant. Okay, Maurice, whatever. So Martell called. I don't know why Maurice put him on speakerphone. You know, Destiny asked him what was his gift. He's like, what are you talking about? So then he was like, okay, well, I need to talk to you about this conversation that I had with Marceau. Now, mind you guys, he's had two conversations with Marceau, so he could have been talking about And he could have been talking about this Atlanta trip, but when he hung up the phone, the Whitnos, they gonna butt in and talk about the Atlanta trip, and Kimmy looking like, what the hell, and why did he tell me? Now, Kimmy, when you and Maurice were talking to Martell, y'all were basically grilling Martell, so I don't blame Martell for not telling you in that moment. I don't really blame him. Like, I just don't. So then at one point, Kimmy pulled, Kimmy pulled Stormy and Destiny to the side. So, in this situation with Stormy and Destiny, I can see both sides of the spectrum. When they sat down and talked, Stormy did come off, and it did seem like Stormy had a little bit of an attitude. But on the other side, you were being very condescending to her, Destiny. You kept calling her, you called her sweetie. You can call me by my name, Stormy. You don't have to call me sweetie. You can call, because you're being condescending. You're being condescending. So you can call me by my name. And Destiny at one point got upset and left. I'm like, girl, it wasn't that deep. She told you to call her by her name. Respect that. So after that, Ms. Wanda, she wants to address Patrice. I think that's her name, Patricia, something like that. The one that Kimmy had the conversation with last season about Letitia. And she basically paid Ms. Wanda some dust. So then Ms. Wanda addressed Kimmy, Stormy, and Melody, saying that my little niece Kiki told me that y'all was talking about my daughter at the Christmas thing. I'm like, your little niece lied to you. Your little niece was the one. Everyone with the exception of Kimmy was talking about Letitia and Marceau. So, and then she said, never trust bitches that get shoes out of a don't. What is that stupid saying that she's saying? Never trust bitches that don't buy shoes that come in a box. Miss Wanda, that saying makes no sense. Please stop saying that. It's dumb. It's stupid. And teacher Kimmy's like, it ain't gonna be no bitches up in here. And Jada was like, yeah, don't talk to my mom like that, Miss Wanda. Again, why did y'all invite Miss Wanda? Y'all know what Miss Wanda brings. MESS. She's messy just like Messy Tail. She's messy just like Mr. Messy Tail Holt. But that's it, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, share the video, and until the next time, you guys, stay safe, take care of yourselves, wash your hands, wear a mask, socially distance, be blessed, and I'll see you guys later on for Real Housewives of Atlanta and Love Match Atlanta.